Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're having a fantastic day. In today's video, I am giving you some more candle recommendations, but we are specifically going to be talking about holiday or Christmas candles in today's video. So I have my personal top 5 recommendations for you, and I am cheating just a little tiny bit. I am tossing in a bonus candle at the end, which is just a super inexpensive, really affordable option that if you've never tried it, I would highly encourage you to check it out. But yeah, I'm giving you guys my personal top 5 holiday home fragrance recommendations. And I am actually doing this video in collaboration with a few other channels. I thought it might be kind of fun to be able to just gather a few people up whose content that I really personally enjoy and ask those people to share their top 5 holiday candle recommendations as well. So I've partnered with a few other channels here, and I'm gonna list and link all of them in the description box below this video. So after you're done watching my recommendations, I would love for you to go check out some of these other channels. Check out all of the other channels. Like I said, they'll be linked down below. Everyone who is participating will have their video up on their channel, and you can check out their recommendations. Again, these are all channels whose content creators that I really personally enjoy. I really value their input on home fragrance and have just found some really great information from these people. These are also people that I talk to on a somewhat regular basis, where we just kind of chit chat about either life or, you know, just home fragrance related stuff. So just genuinely lovely human beings that if you are not aware of them, maybe you will find a new channel here today to subscribe to. If you don't know these people already, some of you may be familiar with all of them, but just in case you're not, check out that description box, like I said, and feel free to connect with these other content creators. I'm gonna quickly tell you their names here, and I'm just gonna read this off my phone so I don't forget anyone. And I have a special note about one of them, and we'll start with him. So Brett, Philly Candleman, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with him. He was going to be participating in this video roundup here today as well, but he had some dishwasher issues come up, and so he is currently dealing with that and did not have time to pre-film this video. So Brett is still going to film this video at some point in the very near future here, and we'll be putting that up on his channel. So I'll just go ahead and link Brett's channel down below, but know that his video is not ready quite yet. Most of you are probably really familiar with Brett already. He gives a lot of really great information over on his channel. So definitely someone you want to get to know if you haven't already. The second person is Katie from Katie's Joyful Life. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with Katie as well. I have been chit-chatting with Katie for quite some time now. Such a lovely person. All of these people are lovely. I'm gonna say that about every single person here, but Katie is really, she does some really great in-depth candle reviews, and she also does a little bit of beauty content here and there on her channel as well. Love me some Katie. We have Amy from Amy's Beloved Fragrance Finds. She is fantastic as well. I'm kind of newer to getting to know Amy within the last several months here, just a little bit better, and I really enjoy her content. Again, really great in-depth candle reviews on her channel, and just I really like the way that she presents information. Then we have McKenna from The Joyful Candle. McKenna's just really sweet. She also, again, does really great in-depth candle reviews. I love the way that she presents information. You know, I feel like I always kind of find some stuff on her channel that I haven't tried. So she does talk quite a bit about caramel sundaes. So if that is one of those brands that you are really starting to get into, McKenna might be a great person to connect with. I know that Amy and Katie also really enjoy caramel sundaes. And then also Drew Yauch is also one of the people participating in this little round robin video tag of ours. So Drew has been on YouTube forever. I was watching Drew's video back when he was super young. It has honestly been kind of fun for me to watch Drew grow up over the years here, and he is still creating home fragrance content, and I really enjoy his sense of humor. We kind of go back and forth on Instagram a little bit. But yeah, sometimes we agree on certain fragrances, sometimes we don't, but we always kind of have a good banter back and forth about that. I honestly cannot thank Drew enough for pressuring me to just start out with the 4-wick of the Mornings at Le Bon from Sniff. Drew got me into that obsession, so thank you for that, Drew. And I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody. I'm pretty sure it is. So anyway, check out all of these people in the description box. Like I said, just again, lovely human beings, really genuinely nice people, and they present a lot of good information. So we're gonna go ahead and get into my suggestions now. I'll go ahead and link my suggestions in the description box. Feel free to check them out. I always try to link where the candles are on the best possible sale. So yeah, you guys, let's get into it and let's talk some Christmas candles. The very first 2 candles that I'm going to mention have been a duo from Nest that I have enjoyed for over a decade at this point. I always purchase these 2 candles together, either in a pre-made bundle. Luckily, usually this time of year, Nest does come out with a bundle of these 2 particular scents. And what I usually do is I wait until after the holidays when all of these holiday candles, all of these bundles go on sale. And then I buy like 2 or 3 of the bundles so that I get them at a cheaper price point, because Nest candles are obviously a little bit more expensive. They are more in line with like a luxury price point. So yeah, I will usually only buy candles when I can get them on some kind of sale, whether that is the company having a 20 or 30% off sale, and then I jump in, or if I can use a coupon code or someone's discount code or my own discount code, because I do that with a couple of companies. Yeah, I always make sure that I get the maximum discounts. So the duo that I'm referring to, I guess I should officially introduce you, is this one here. This is Nest Holiday. This is Nest Birchwood Pine. Nest Holiday is a beautiful concoction of pomegranate, orange, amber, some vanilla. It just smells like the most sophisticated, high-end, like hotel lobby type of fragrance. Like I said, I have loved this for years, and I have always splurged on this one, although splurged on sale. So yeah, listen, one thing I do want to say about the Nest candles, and I just want to warn everybody out there, I personally tend to stick with their 1-wicks. I think that the 1-wicks usually have a very clean burn. I don't know what it is with the 3-wick and above sizes from Nest, but they get really messy and dirty on me at just about the halfway point. And in some cases that has started to affect the fragrance itself. So as a result, unless I get a 3-wick on a really like amazing clearance price type situation, I typically don't go for those. I go for these 1-wicks. And because I do this duo here, so this is the Birchwood Pine. Let me just quickly tell you about this one. This has pine, this has a little bit of balsam in it. It's just a really beautiful, I will say somewhat basic, but really well done basic tree scent. And it tends to be a powerhouse. It is a very warm, cozy indoor tree scent. It doesn't have a lot of like freshness to it. You're not getting like that like crisp, cold outside air. There's no eucalyptus in here. There's no like peppermint or anything like that. It's just really well done. But yeah, these two together, well, luckily I didn't break those. These two together really are a staple for me. And these one wicks, when I burn them both at the same time, give me a pretty good strength and throw when they, you know, sync up basically. So this for me, this combo is more than a room filler. It always spills outside of the immediate area when I'm burning these. But yeah, these are going to be the probably lowest strength and throw that you're going to get from Nest because of the opening and these being a one wick. I will readily admit that the 3 wicks and up have a greater like fragrance output. However, like I said, they're gonna be more expensive and they do get a little messy. Listen, I have a pretty open concept situation at my house and these do fine, like more than fine. So I'll always stick with the one wicks myself, like I said, unless I get a massive screaming deal. And even at that, at the halfway point, I would put that Nest 3 wick under a lamp just to keep it, you know, at its best. Oh no, okay. The neighborhood lawn crew they are right next to the house right now. I really hope you can't hear them. I think you can totally hear them. Hold on. Let them finish and then I'm gonna come back. All right, the long guys have moved on, so we can continue here. So in conclusion, the Nest Holiday and Birchwood Pine, I think, are definitely a duo that are worth the splurge, at least in my eyes. The like home fragrance experience that I get from these two is just incredibly beautiful. And like I said, the combination of the two really makes it feel like when you walk into the house that you are stepping into like an expensive hotel lobby. That really is what these two smell like to me. I have luckily been able to visit New York City one time during the holidays back in 2019. And the hotel that we stayed at, which was the, it was called the Benjamin. By the way, they had an amazing, I don't know if the restaurant's still there, but they had an amazing restaurant in the bottom floor of this hotel by the name of the National. If you've never gone, we ate there a couple times. It was so good. But anyway, so the lobby of this Benjamin Hotel in Manhattan, it just had such a beautiful, sophisticated vibe when we walked in. And I'm not sure if they had this duo going, but they had something very similar. And I just loved like the dark like vibes of their lobby. And then they had this gorgeous, huge Christmas tree. It just was like, it was a magical experience. And if they weren't burning these two, they had something pumping through the air there that was very similar. And it just validated my, you know, my opinion that these two smell like an expensive hotel lobby. That's what you're gonna get with those. They're fantastic. 10 out of 10 would recommend. All right, the next candle that I'm going to mention is unfortunately also from a pricier brand, but I fell in love with this particular scent from Voluspa. We're talking about their Noble for Garland. A couple of years ago, I started out with their 3-wick hearth size, so the larger 3 wicks, not the tins, in that particular fragrance. And as soon as I lit it for the first time, I was like, oh, yep, sold. Listen, I'm gonna need the 5-wick hearth. And I did do that. Hold on, let me bring her into frame. She weighs about a metric ton, so prepare yourself if you're gonna buy one of these. I'm gonna take the lid off, but she does come with a gorgeous, again, heavy glass lid that you can use as a base for the candle when when you're burning it. But look at this beast. Are you ready? Oh, I have a very large head. I am not a petite human being. Yeah, when I was little, my nickname was Melon Head, so I have a large head. But this candle is bigger than my head. That really says a lot. Yes, there are 5 wicks in this big mama jama here. And could she be more beautiful? No, the answer is no, she could not. This is a stunner, and yeah, it is incredibly heavy. The ounces here are, hold please, oh my eyeballs, 123 ounces. I think this thing weighs like 10 pounds when you first get it. She's still somewhat in that range because, as you can see, after 2 entire Christmas seasons, I've only made it to the half point with her. So I think this year I'll probably get down to about here and then still have a little bit left over even for next Christmas. But I will be buying another one of these. For me, here's my thoughts. If there is a fragrance that I really love from a high-end company, it is worth it to me to spend or splurge on a larger size versus just continuing to purchase smaller sizes of the same scent every time that I finish it. This is honestly more economical. Now, it's a sticker shock to begin with, but I'm gonna link this down below where you can currently get it on a pretty darn good sale. I think that the Voluspa website is also going to have some kind of like Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal as well. That's one of the few times that you will find a sale on the Voluspa website. They very rarely do it, but I always buy these candles from just a regular retailer where I get sales much more frequently. So that's where I'm listing it down below. I'll also link it at the Voluspa website if you want to buy it from them directly. But yeah, I go a different route myself to save myself a little bit more money. Usually also the Rakuten is a little higher with the place where I buy these. But yeah, I'm getting another one. This Noble for Garland is, listen, this is a tree scent. Is it super exotic? No. But is it well done? Yes, it is. This truly smells like a noble fir Christmas tree. You also have a little bit of pine in here as well. I think there's probably a little bit of cedar wood if I remember correctly. It's very tree forward. It smells like a warm, cozy, indoor tree scent. So it has a little bit of sweetness like from the sap. You know how when you cut a fresh Christmas tree, there's almost like a little bit of sweetness because of that resin or that sap. So you pick that up in here. This couldn't be more beautiful and more authentic. Honestly, they're pretty similar, but there's like some slight nuances between them, but they're both fantastic. If you're looking for a tree scent, I highly recommend this. And another recommendation that I want to make is just Christmas from Kringle Candle. That I think is also very similar to both of these scents as well. And they just, listen, I'm a little annoyed because I actually just finally placed my Kringle Christmas order yesterday. It's on the way to me, and they added 2 more candles that I would have happily put in my cart, but they just added them today. So either I'm just gonna go and buy those 2 separately. So the Kringle Reserve Christmas Lights is back. If you've never tried that one, yep, you're gonna have to. I think I'll just use my discount code. Save myself 15%. I'll put my discount code on the screen here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to place another order because I love that Christmas lights and I love Christmas. So I need those 2 coming my way. Not that I necessarily need another Christmas tree scent, but I love them. And you know what? If I don't finish them this year, guess what? I'll finish them next year. So, but anyway, this Noble for Garland. If you are not only looking for a beautiful scent, but just a beautiful presentation, does it get any prettier than this? No, no it doesn't. I'm really like, I'm in love with this. I happily will blow a couple $100 on another one of these. I'll make room in my budget for that. That's how much I love that. Okay, next I am going to recommend a Homeworks fragrance. Now, this is technically a fall scent from Homeworks, but I have always burned this fragrance around the holidays as well. And it's their Harvest Leaves. Now, to me, Harvest Leaves and Nest Holiday are kind of sister fragrances. They are gorgeous together. It would kind of make sense because Harry Slatkin developed Harvest Leaves. Laura Slatkin developed Nest Holiday. So Laura Slatkin has now stepped down from Nest as their CEO. I believe she's still on the board, but like there's someone else running Nest at this point. I don't know that I necessarily love what they're doing, but yeah, anyway. These two fragrances belong together. They are incredibly beautiful independently, but when you burn them together, in fact, this trio here together, if you have all three, please burn them all together at the same time in different areas of your house. They layer so beautifully. It's, you know how Harry Slatkin always talks about like scent stories and scent layering? That it's a magical thing. He seems to be really good at it. And so I started doing that a long time ago, and it is really fun to see what you can come up with and how you can create like a different experience using a lot of the stuff that you already have. So definitely recommend that. But anyway, Harvest Leaves, we've got the notes here on the base, so I'll just read through them. This is spiced pumpkin, mandarin, cranberry, fir balsam, and applewood. It's incredibly beautiful, sophisticated. It has the most lovely cranberry note, and I love cranberry around the holidays. So what I'm actually going to do with this candle, because I'm about to bring this one downstairs for this holiday season, is I'm just going to cut this label off, and then I have beautiful red wax. So that's definitely a holiday vibe right there. So I'll just cut this label off because, you know, this aesthetic doesn't appeal to me with my holiday decor out. And I'm just gonna burn this one and enjoy it as a holiday scent because I don't know that anyone's gonna know that it's a fall fragrance once I delete the label. Also, I'm gonna switch this ugly lid, which I hate these new lids. They're not even new anymore. Homeworks has had these for a while, but I keep all of my old, nice heavy metal lids in different colors, different formats. And I always take these newer ones off and I check them, but for now, let's stick it back on there. But yeah, I have a gold lid that I'm gonna put on here that's really, really lovely. So that is my number 1, 2, 3, 4. That was my number 4 recommendation. And my number 5 recommendation, before we get to my little bonus here, is a ding, ding, ding. It's my collab candle with Crinkle. So if you are newer, maybe from some of the other channels, you might not be familiar with the fact that I did have the amazing and super fortunate opportunity a couple of years ago to do a collab candle with Crinkle. And this is the result of that. This is the Reserve Vintage Pomander. And this is an orange pomander fragrance. So when I developed this, my goal was to kind of make it smell like my childhood. So when I was younger, I used to make these orange pomanders. I've told this story a bunch of times, but it was just a way for my Oma to keep me busy and out of her hair when I was little, because I was a little bit of a busybody. I liked helping her, which I'm sure she appreciated at times, but also at other times she was just like, oh my gosh, I have stuff to do. Can you just go do a different project? So she would sit me down at the coffee table, and she was so amazing. She really kind of nurtured my creativity. And so she would give me a big bowl of oranges, a big bowl of cloves, and she would say, make a pretty design in the oranges with the cloves by sticking them in there, right? We all know what an orange pomander is. If you don't know, these are orange pomanders. The oranges on the label with the cloves stuck in them, yep, those are pomanders. And you can, you know, shave some of this citrus off if you want. I never got into that, but I just made fun designs with the cloves here. And if you look closely on one of these oranges right here, there is a little pug silhouette. You'll probably be able to see it a little bit easier on the website, but that little pug silhouette is just an homage to my channel. If you're newer here, again, Mr. Kong was my very first pug. I love pugs. I'm one of those people. So yeah, like a lot of my world revolves around my dogs. They're a huge part of our family, and I have definitely made them a part of my personality. So yeah, that's just a little homage to my channel there. And then the orange pomander fragrance itself is an homage to growing up with my Oma, who was just a really important person in my life. I'm German, so Oma means grandma in German. So yeah, this is a beautiful orange pomander where the focus is more so on the citrus, the orange versus the cloves. You do smell the cloves, but I didn't make it clove heavy. Like I said, I like more of that citrus note. And this is just, it's beyond beautiful. There is a little bit of a tree note in here. There's also a little bit of vanilla. It's just a really beautiful, and I know that I'm biased, but I think this is a really beautiful orange pomander. And I just love that whenever I light this, it brings back my memories of growing up with my Oma, who was such a huge part of my life. She's no longer with us. So yeah, when I created this, I think a lot of people expected me to just make a gourmand scent. But when I really thought about it, I wanted something that would be really special around the holidays, because that was my Oma's favorite time of year. It's my favorite time of year. And this memory of making these pomanders is one of my fondest. And I know a lot of you guys enjoy citrus around the holidays as well. So if you've never tried it, I think it's incredibly beautiful, and yeah, reminds me of growing up, which I really do love. So, okay. Now it's time for just a little tiny bonus, and this is a candle that you can find for $3.99 or $12.99, because this year they have kind of a special packaging, but this candle is $3.99 at Trader Joe's. It's their Cedar Balsam. Have you ever tried it? If you're not lucky enough to have a Trader Joe's near you, I'm really sorry about that, but you're probably one of those people that has an Aldi, and guess what? I don't have an Aldi, so enjoy your Aldi. I'll enjoy my Trader Joe's. But yeah, this Cedar Balsam here, you guys, this is such a really beautiful scent. And this year Trader Joe's does have a like mercury glass style jar. I don't remember the number of ounces, but it's definitely bigger than this. It's $12.99. It's a 2-wick, I believe. And it's this Cedar Balsam fragrance. This is so incredibly beautiful. So this is actually a coconut soy wax. I love coconut wax. I love soy wax. Soy is my #1 favorite. I would say coconut is my #2, but this is incredibly clean burning. And this says that it has a mix of cedar wood and sweet balsam. These are also lead-free wicks here, if you're curious. So yeah, it's a 1-wick tin. But you know what? This is fairly potent. Is it potent enough to fill my open concept home? No, it's not, but it definitely fills the room. Not crazy strong, but it does fill the room where I'm burning it. This is a great bathroom candle. It really is a sweet balsam. Like a lot of that resin or sap is included in this formulation. Very sweet, very balsam. Very well done. I'm not talking sugar sweet. It's the resin, like when you cut the tree and that little bit of sap comes out and it combines with the needles and you just get that sweet holiday tree experience. That's what this is. And it is so beautiful. And the last time that I was at Trader Joe's, like I hadn't purchased one of these in a little while, so I picked it up. I'm going back and I'm going to get the mercury glass one because I just love it so much. And it's a beautiful presentation this year. So yeah, if you're looking for my most affordable recommendation, get you a couple of these. I mean, you can even get like 3 of them and cluster them together to create one larger candle, I guess. You're gonna get a little more strength and throw that way. And yeah, you can make a cute little arrangement with that if you want. But yeah, one on its own is enough to fill kind of an average sized room. But if you really want some more oomph, I would cluster a couple together. It's so good. So that's my bonus for you. I don't know if other people did a bonus, but I did. Sorry guys. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. If you are new here from any of the other channels, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe if you feel a connection. If not, that's totally fine. I hope that you found some really great recommendations in this video. Don't forget to go check out all of the other channels. Like I said, they'll be linked down below. I really appreciate you guys being here, and I hope you have a happy and safe kickoff to your holiday season, because guess what? Thanksgiving is coming up this week. Wild, but here we go. All right, I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.